Welcome back to another Subaru WRX vlog, where in today's video,
we're deep cleaning the Subaru.
Yes.
Now, taking out seats, I'm not a big fan of.
I am.
I don't like taking out seats.
I love taking them out, every time.
The good news is, because we're keeping the car.
What?
Well, it's our car.
No,
it's the Rag Company's car.
It's our
But we're trying
car.
to fix it up.
No,
we're trying to make it nice.
No, say no more, I got you.
So we can take the seats out. Now, if you're a professional detailer, please don't take seats out of cars unless the customer's paying for it.
Very true.
There are lots of different things that you gotta worry about. There are airbags in seats. There are one-way bolts, meaning once you take them out, they're not designed to go back in. So
correct.
Make sure that you do the proper research on the vehicle, and please, please, please disconnect the battery before working, because the last thing we want is a airbag to deploy unexpectedly.
Not a fun surprise.
No,
right?
no.
Yeah, you don't want to mess with that. So yes, guys, so we're doing a deep clean on this. So we're going through quite literally everything that we can with the seats out of the car. So what this means is carpets are going to be gone through. We're going to be going through all the plastics, the seats, the sides of the seats, the areas of the seats that you wouldn't normally be able
all the
to
exposed
get to. Exposed metal, everything like that. And so on top of that, I also took out the gauge cluster, something I also don't recommend, along with Levi's recommendation on the seats. Don't take out a gauge cluster unless you know how to put it back in. And in today's case, that thing was a struggle. We got it to work with the help of Next Day Nate, and he got it back in for me. But we got the lens cover polished out on that to make it look, again, like new. But overall, the car is in really good shape, and so we were able to really lay down the law.
Yeah, let's let him watch it.
Oh, okay. Sounds good. Favorite chemical in today's video, go.
My Tornador gun.
Okay, and what else? What other chemical did you like to use?
Well, we use Carpet Bomber on the seats.
Yep.
I really like that. The new For Real worked really well.
Did, yeah.
And then coupled with my Tornador gun was awesome. And then using the Color Lock Alcantara cleaner on the passenger seat.
Yeah.
Really set it off.
Okay.
What about you?
My favorite, Polestar and the Steamer.
Oh, yes.
I thought the Steamer kicked some serious ass.
Your Steamer did
especially because we had O&R inside there, so it was able to clean.
With distilled water.
With the distilled water, so it was able to clean and really, I mean, deep clean and remove a lot of the extra stuff. I mean, basically, that glue that we did have on the seat wouldn't have come off if we didn't have that Steamer. Yeah. It would have been stuck on pretty good. So that and then the Polestar, that is the gift that keeps on giving. We were using it pretty well diluted. I want to say it was
either about 3 to 1.
3 to 1. And the lather that product produces was pretty insane. We were chasing that lather for quite some time.
Well, and what's nice is it's pH balanced, and it leaves little to no residue on the
Correct, yeah.
on the upholstery and the carpet. So that was really nice, especially on some of those softer suedes and stuff on the door panels.
Absolutely. So everything went well. We're super happy with how it turned out. We're really excited to see this thing put back together. We want to see that dang stereo put in because we want to bump to some tunes while we're working on it. So maybe that'll be the next step, is getting the stereo in.
Not too bad.
So the future jobs, we'll have some music to kind of
there you go. All right.
amp ourselves up.
Yeah.
Non-copyright music, of course.
Of course.
Hey guys, Gabe and Nick here, resident nerds of the Rag Company, and in today's video,
we're gonna make this sound awesome.
to start off our stereo install, we're going to be installing a double din Sony XAV AX5000. The reason why we chose this stereo is it allows features such as Apple CarPlay, Bluetooth, hands-free, and it's a nice OEM upgrade. Now, when we ordered this stereo, we went through Crutchfield, and the reason why we went through Crutchfield is you can actually order your stereos and request a handmade harness for your stereo system. So that's going to be a very simple job. And then next, we're going to install the sub.
The previous owner installed some high quality speakers inside. He's got some MB quartz, he's got some Infinity references. So we're going to leave those in place. But the way that they're crossed over requires a sub. There's no bump at all. So we're going to use a Rockville Ghost, which is an 8-inch, 800 watt max subwoofer. This installs flush inside of the spare tire. That allows us to keep the OEM look in the trunk once everything's buttoned up, but still will give us a good bit of bump inside the car.
So without further ado, let's get to installing this sweet stereo. All right, so in this step of installing the stereo, we've decided to do the install without the interior in. And the reason for that is for any cable routing, as well as just moving within the interior, it makes it a whole heck of a lot easier. Typically, we're just gonna pop the plastics around. You wanna do it carefully and evenly so you don't break or harm any of your plastics. So I'm gonna go ahead and slide this out. It just comes out nicely and even. And I'm just gonna slowly work on disconnecting the cables on the back. Okay. And it's easy as that. So all I need to do next is install these pieces, and this will allow us just to directly slide the new unit into the dash. Okay, so now that we've got the brackets installed on both sides, I'm just gonna do a quick test fit. I'm not gonna connect anything because I wanna make sure that it looks right. And as I stated, this did not come with any filler pieces, so it should fit pretty flush. So we're gonna give it a go just on a test fit. So our screws are lining up on each side. And then if we slide this bad boy on, that's what it's gonna look like essentially when it's done. So it'll be nice. So at this point, I was able to reconnect the AC and heat for all the controls. I made sure and double checked that all my wiring was accurate and correct. And I was able to get the front sleeve installed on the dash. We are gonna have to do some cleaning and touch up on the dash, but I think for the most part, it looks pretty dang clean.
First up, I installed a new 60 amp inline fuse in the engine bay. This connects directly to the power cord, which comes off of the positive terminal of the battery and will protect the circuitry for the subwoofer's built-in amplifier. Next up, we move to the back of the car, where we stripped the wires for the power, ground, and remote turn-on leads, and then proceeded to crimp them to the wiring harness that was included with our subwoofer. I used butt splice connectors here, but you can also solder these connections if you prefer a more permanent solution. Lastly, we're going to connect our RCA cables, black to white and red to red. Those cables also come from the head unit at the front of the car. A couple of zip ties for neatness, and then we're ready to drop our subwoofer unit into the spare tire well. We chose this unit because it allows us to keep the most factory look once the car is fully assembled. You won't even be able to see it once it's covered by the spare tire cover. And then we secure the subwoofer to the spare tire screw plug, which is also included with the kit. Finally, we turn things on, test them out, and use the remote control unit to tune it.
So as you saw, we finally got the stereo installed, routed the hands-free, as well as Nick installed the sub. All we did was disconnect it. We swapped out the single DIN for the double DIN, and voila, we now have Bluetooth and hands-free.
car is clean.
It is clean. It
Now all
looks
we got to
great.
do is put it back together.
What?
We've got to get the door panels put back on.
No.
We got to get
What?
the seats put back in.
I'm not doing that.
We've got to get the headliner put back in. Well, I mean, we didn't take it out.
Yeah,
but
okay, that's good.
There's
Yeah,
a lot
yeah,
of stuff.
You get what you're trying
a lot
to
of
say.
stuff.
There's a lot of stuff. So, yes, the car turned out great. It looks awesome. That lens turned out amazing as well.
It did.
Even though it was a ton of work, it worked out. But besides that though, we did get a call from the reupholstering shop that got our driver's seat reupholstered, looking brand new again because it did have that small little tear in it. The passenger seat turned out amazing. The rear seat turned out great. So really, did we have any other major hiccups?
No, I mean, there was some, I don't know, it's like a sticky, waxy substance that is not a crayon, but could be super glue or something.
What?
On the back seat.
Oh, yeah, that.
That we really couldn't get off.
Yeah.
So we're doing our best.
Yeah.
But all in all, I'm really amazed at how well all that stuff cleaned up. And I'm really amazed when we pulled that back seat, how little junk there was underneath it. A couple leaves.
Just a
A
couple.
little bit of dust, that's it.
Yeah.
Most of the time you find crayons, you find Hot Wheel cars, you find tons of money, you find dog treats, you find all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
This car has been very well cared for. So
Has.
to have that light amount of dirt, I'm really impressed.
All right, guys, well, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you enjoyed the deep cleaning, all the intricate detail shots, and all the stuff that you probably shouldn't do on your own vehicle. As always, if you guys like this video, make sure to give us a big thumbs up. Subscribe down below for more, and stay tuned for more videos right here at the Rag Company.